Okay, you guys, C is for Copaiba. Copaiba if you're in Brazil. This is our incredible standardized equivalent or close to equivalent to CBD and all of the benefits of cannabidiol. Copaiba is a tree in the Amazon, specifically in Brazil, and it is sort of a little bit like frankincense in that it is so helpful and powerful. Now, throughout my life and all of my different bouts of research, I've always looked at the interface and how helpful plants are to animals, or how helpful bacteria is in our gut. So Copaiba is no exception. This is one of the trees that we need to protect at all costs in the Brazilian Amazon. Hope that they are not burning. doTERRA has a 3-generational family that is caring for the trees in Brazil and helping to protect them and harvesting specifically from the trees that can handle it. Poaching of plant materials is actually a really big deal in the developing world. So where we're sourcing our oils from and what companies we're working for really has a lot of impact on the global supply. So here's a picture of Copaiba in an already deforested area. It is a sap, just like frankincense is. Obviously, it's from a different part of the world. Frankincense is from Jordan and Ethiopia and those areas in Africa. This is from the Brazilian Amazon, so equatorial. The benefits of Copaiba are so vast that I really wanted to talk about this today in lieu of the other C starting oils that I do have in my toolkit, but I wanted to share this one specifically. It's great for acne. So you could take a drop of Copaiba on your finger and put it specifically on acne spots. You could put a couple of drops in your hand, put it in your facial lotion and apply it that way. So it doesn't need to be diluted. It's very gentle. It's also great as an antioxidant. For anxiety, it's terrific as well. So if you're feeling anxious, you can put it in a diffuser. You can also put it on topically. And I recommend right at the brainstem where you're going to get it into the vertebrae, the nerve cord, and all the synovial fluid that's flowing throughout the body. It's terrific for any kind of inflamed tissues. And you can put this on directly. You don't need to dilute it. It is in the deep blue stick that they sell that's made with coconut oil. That's sort of like the Vicks Vapor Rub for inflammation. Copaiba and deep blue go incredibly well together, and so that's why they put that there. It's also terrific for muscle aches and pains. So that is the physical aspect. Copaiba is one of those multifaceted trees that is just such a wealth of medicine for us. I'm sure we still don't know all of what it's good for, but as CBD works on not only the physical body and discomfort, but also the emotional and mental body. So it's really supportive of the central nervous system. And as it works on the endocannabinoid system of the brain, right, there are 3 receptors. There is the pain receptor, there is the nervous system receptor that sort of governs our emotional state of regulation through the central nervous system. And then there's a buzzy state, it's a psychotropic. Now, Copaiba does not touch that third one because it is not cannabis. It does not have the ability to provide a buzzy sort of, I have a hair in my face. It doesn't have the ability to affect a buzzy reaction, but for the other 2, it is very powerful. So as such, dipping into my emotions book, and Copaiba is the oil of unveiling. So this invites us to connect with our past. It offers a deep intertwining energy that links experience to unveil the deeper meanings and messages showing up in our lives. Copaiba represents the sacred sheltered within until it's ready to emerge into the light of consciousness. So it then invites us to become thoughtfully aware of the shadow aspects of ourselves and discover who we really are. And let me tell you, since I've been home and down and feeling like I am totally on a deep detox this week. There's been all kinds of the shadow erupting for me, and I feel like this oil is really supportive for any kind of deep transformative work like that. Individuals in need of Copaiba often find that vulnerable self-awareness work reveals unresolved pain in the recesses of heart, mind, and body. We could find feelings of guilt, shame, inadequacy, or unworthiness that are erupting and that have been sort of absorbed into our system from our early lives. So any kind of unworthiness, less than, painful, defeating types of feelings, Copaiba can help us to resolve by rising into the upper aspects of those emotional states. So guilt and shame is allowed to let go. It resolves feelings of needing to forgive ourselves, and it also invites us to come to the divine for clarity and redefinition. And so if we look at ourselves through the eyes of divine, we are all beautiful. We are all sons and daughters of divine, right? We are all created in God's image, if that is of your belief system. I know that this can feel a little bit deep. It can feel a little bit daunting, but Copaiba is not just going to take you into those states unless you are already heading into those states. Taking it internally can really help to do a deep dive with a lot of plant medicines. Taking them internally can do a deep dive. Copaiba is no exception. However, it is helping to resolve things that are already there. It's not going to put you into a state of deep dive without you're already being willing to go into that space. So I just wanted to share that with you because I feel like this is one of the underappreciated oils that we have. And I'd love for you to try it out. If you've had any experiences with it, or if you want to go further down the rabbit hole with me, drop me a note. We can use this internally for emotional aspects, right? Calming the anxious mind. We can use it internally for managing chronic pain sensations. If there has been a traumatic event to the nerve cord, for example, this can really help coming back from that, and also resolving those pain responses that are not abating. This can help a lot when we pair it up with Deep Blue. It can also really help with just feeling like we are able to make sense of the shadow work. So tapping into all the different realms on this one, but I'd love to hear back from you if you have any stories for us. Okay, have a great day, you guys.